But yeah, let's head into game number 1. 12% boys, you know, the underdogs, Talon, potentially a hard-to-execute draft. And this has got to be one of the most Falcon lineups I've ever seen. Tanky fellas with the Marana and Hoodwink as 2 supports.
He has 5 denies in the mid lane as Bango against Razor, so oh, he's already inside his head.
Oh, Skitter though, dead. Joker and WS getting that first blood up at top.
Yeah, I could see that. I think that's a good one because you can, set things up for your own team. Having a dispel mechanical is going to be good, but we've seen a lot of Kaya's into Blink Dagger, and this is where the trouble starts for Team Talon. Ponyo looks very dead on the screen. Amar will get the last hit on it. Malrine has double his CS. Everybody down to 20% HP in this bottom lane. Looks very difficult. Malrine will use that Rolling Thunder, and we'll get another solo kill, it seems. Healing style, buying a little bit more time, but it's not enough.
There we go. She'll crash it down. 4-2, and Skitter looks like he's got to the point now where he's tanky enough just to withstand any of WS's nonsense. Bringing crit up here as well with a bushwhack onto Timber. Quite a bit of damage and control. WS has raindrops, already popped his stick, so it looks like the little bits of whittling damage to come out in the end will take him down. Every single lane here. Domination for Falcons.
Amar.
Viper has more denies than Void had last hit.
He does have 9 Magic Wand charges. Thinking about popping it if he can get the glimpse of Akashi, but he cannot.
It's a big kill. Twen gets it, quite a bit of money, get the Viper out of the lane, maybe even wait for Falcons to come up through that Twin Gate if they want to set a fight there.
Falcons, they're ready to defend the Tier 1 tower mid. Razor, pretty tanky, having that bubble, raindrop. But Malrine, he wants to play aggressive. Arrow will miss.
Rolling Thunder.
Twen denied regeneration rune.
Still on this Razor with a lot of damage now with Amar arriving. And that Rolling Thunder ending. Curse Crown is there. Amar with crit still going to get on top of Jokam for a double kill on your Viper. Now Ponyo very isolated, left out on an island. Not much Akashi can do here. Level 5, 10 minutes in, so not even a defensive chrono available here for Akashi. As the Moonlight Shadow is going to allow Falcons here to close the gap onto Ponyo.
They really want that level 4 Maiden, huh?
Get it.
Big chunk of money. 221 for Malrine. Some extra numbers because Jokam, he's level 5. They don't have that extra damage that you can put on with Bedlam, so...
Well, here's the thing, right? They go on Skitter. Chrono's good. Catches Amar on the left side as well. And a lot of damage out of WS. Looking to take down the Dragon Knight and finding the kill with 4 members all around him. Yeah, it's hard. I think we've got Kaya coming for the Timber Sword.
Oh, they caught him.
Oh, down he goes. The sharpshooter through the dead corpse of the Faceless Void. Tough stuff for Akashi. We've seen these games, though, where some teams only get support kills, right? Just killing off a position 5 over and over again. At least Talon are finding core kills, important ones to try and buy them time to get into late game. And good attempted move by Twen there to get to high ground, but now he's stuck on low ground, moving and turning around on the snaking. Dragonite in, and with that breakdown on Timbersaw, tons of magic damage comes his way. WS and Jokam both fall. Amar with a double kill. And is that the Crystal Maiden trying to scurry away with a couple of 100 health? Well, they don't see her. Instead, turning their eyes and targets onto the Faceless Void to bring him down, and a triple kill comes out of Amar, and the smiley
double smiley this time from Malrine.
That's in their head to Talon, like, we can kill a DK. He is a killable hero out there currently. Double brace of Blink for the Dragon Knight, primarily the initiation tool here as Akashi. Chrono's up Malrine. Not enough damage to finish him off, though. And with the shield crash swashbuckle, he's got the distance away. Akashi now jumped and stunned as the Viper and Hoodwink going to take down Ponyo. Akashi gets away from the breathe fire of Skitter. Malrine with a swashbuckle, though. Tons of damage. Takes down the Faceless Void again.
This is looking really rough. I mean, they need to set things up with Chrono, try to get a kill and get out of the trouble. They don't even get the kill. Malrine way too tanky, gets the shield crash off, burns his mana. Oh, Skitter's gonna find another one. Malrine.
Oh no, the Razor. No escaping. There's too many stuns here as well, right? Having this Rolling Thunder, the Dragon's Tail, the Arrow, they've got combos all across the board. So there's not even a chance to maybe try and TP home. Amazing plays with his Magnus, etc. And on this Timbersaw, he's got to be the one that's kind of face tanking everything, but also doing the damage. He's got to find that balance between them.
Again.
Oh no. Oh, Akashi.
Both supports on Talon, they need to stop farming as much because Faceless Void will become the lowest net worth hero in the game. They need to stop getting the gold.
You're making him look bad. Hoodwink, maybe here a snipe out as Jokam will take him down along with Ponyo, but the turnaround from Falcons will get some retribution.
He's something between position 4 and 5 right now, with less impact.
Chwen up at top, TP attempt. Do we have a stun? We do, of course. Skitter was arriving, Snaking had the arrow. Chwen dead. One more time. And Akashi, has he been spotted there? I don't know if they had vision of him, but they are running towards him immediately.
Leave him alone, guys. He's already dead. Stop.
Leave Akashi alone! Timbersaw going to run away from Amar, who just 1v2 zoning them, and Akashi, oh! Time walk away, but Skitter gets the gap closed, jumps in, and in a blink of an eye, the Faceless Void disappears.
Mask of Madness has been finished, so
nice.
Didn't lose any gold. Level 7, one in the outer ring. He's like, yeah, I'm so bored dying in a mid lane. I gotta find myself a new spot. Goes in the outer ring, dies there. Moonlight Shadow, the power of it. You said pretty much a free smoke underneath the ward. They're trying to take a fight.
Trying to kill off this Hoodwink. Crit, caught up in the chakram. Nice little snipe there coming out of the rest of Talon. Just try and push Falcons away from these tier 2s. Hold out for dear hope.
Have some kind of a save item, some Force Staff, some Glimmer Cape. Then once he goes in, you throw a Bedlam on him so you have the damage inside with the Chakram. And then he needs to bail out.
Go on.
No, that's pretty much it.
How are you going to stop them from getting money, though? Like, are you going to try and devalue Falcons' currencies? Buy 1,000 branches and give them to them so their money becomes worthless?
Great idea, Gary.
Trying to catch out this Hoodwink. Crit does slip away from Jokam on the right-hand side as Malrine goes pretty deep here onto Ponyo. Not quite enough to finish her off on his own, while Amar opens up on Jokam and two supports from Talon. Yeah, absolutely destroyed by Falcons as they run over them. Skitter's looking for that +1, the bonus kill. Cherry on top of this would be this Timbersaw or Akashi Faceless Void. Is it always stunned up in the trees as he's trying to TP? Akashi.
Can he get out?
Walks to high ground, trying to cut through and juke them, but I don't think there's any escape from this. Snaking will claim the life of the Faceless Void.
I like the item choice, the neutral tier 2 from Akashi. He took Philosopher's Stone because he knows that he's going to be dead a long time.
I mean, I guess this is what you get when you unleash the beast of Falcons. You know, you put them in a situation where it's do or die in this kind of series. You need wins to progress through the tournament. They flicked the switch and said, hey, no messing around now. Nice bushwhack there. There's an Acorn shot into Arrow. A ton of control and magic damage to blow up Jokam. Dead for 30 seconds. And honestly, the jump into this mid lane, Skitter trying to continue it. No follow through. Don't want to get too rash with your decision making here, going high ground.
And you're also playing against pretty much the best team in the world right now. I would say, even though Extreme Gaming did win the last tournament, Falcons still look like they're, you know, consistently good.
Man, Amar. I was wondering, like, why is Amar attacking so quickly? You know, he's got Manta-style Hurricane Pike. Incredibly farmed Viper. Top of the net worth. As Malrine goes in on that middle lane. Another Rolling Thunder. Bouncing around onto poor little Jokam. Does he have the fear to push him back, as it looks like Chwen has died elsewhere on the map? Both heroes falling quite quickly there. And Malrine picking up his godlike streak. Skitter is directly on the high ground. Forget creep waves and teammates. Well, I just want tower kills. Get me up there, boys.
And they want to end this one. 2 dragons attacking. Really glad that Dragonite is level 18. With level 1 Dragon, the green one, he definitely looks like Viper.
Yeah. 2 brothers in arms. Malrine being a little sneaky there in the tree line. He's looking for a move. Rolling Thunder is still 30 seconds away, but it doesn't seem he needs it. Swashbuckle, good damage. They do get this BKB Chakram in onto Skitter. Half HP or even less now, down to 30% on the Dragon Knight, but it doesn't look like Talon want to chase him any further forward with the Moonlight Shadow and, of course, the protection of that Aegis having a second life.
Backdoor protection kicking in, but it's gone now. Amar also wants to pick up the shard for the sieging purposes. Him and Dragon Knight can easily kill the towers.
Down goes the melee. Ah, yes. Faceless Void.
Oh, we forgot that there is a Faceless Void in this game. Farming on a different side of the map, very important. I think this game might end where he doesn't even land the chrono.
He got one. He got one.
I meant from now on.
Okay,
like, he gets jumped, he dies, doesn't have buyback, game ends.
Very, very
Or
possible.
he could just not show up at all.
Just PvE. Like, guys, I'm farming. What do you want? I need to get my items.
Keep them busy for the next 35 to 40 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, boss. Absolutely no problem.
Value from Philosopher's Stone still didn't kick in fully.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think at this point, Talon needs King Jenkins and his entire round table to come in on their Knights and Lancers to try and hold back the Falcons here. Viper on the front lines, holding them back as Skitter will get away from the Chakram damage. Malrine moves forward with a jump in, Rolling Thunder. There's a Freezing Field and a Chrono there onto Malrine. They're going to get the kill on the Pango. Down he goes. 2,000 gold into the hands of Talon. And Akashi moving forward.
I think Malrine is going to buy back. I think
so?
he's going to buy back and they want to end the game.
Rage buy, let's go. I mean, Chrono's down. What else is going to stop him? Skitter still just beating at buildings. Amar, the real carry in this one, going to stand up on the front lines and hold them all back. Chuen with his BKB, trying to chase into the Viper here. Ooh, dodges the Terrorizer, looks like, with the Manda style. Skitter holding the ground, but the Viper's going to fall. Talon fighting back. They get the takedown on 1, 2 cores, now a third. Aegis gone. Crit and Snaking trying to turn back. Malrine did buy back. You're right. With the Rolling Thunder back in onto the Faceless Void. They're going to get on top of Akashi. Can he try and walk away from this? Does he have the protection? No, the
that Rolling Thunder.
Far too good with the arrow over the top of it. Ponyo now in trouble as well, but WS and Chuen are still going. Snaking has that leap to get a bit of distance off Malrine and Crit. Turn back around. They've got the firepower here to bring down Chuen. Buyback's ready on the Razor. No Faceless Void and no Dark Willow now, though. Leaves WS and maybe the Razor as the last two holdout heroes against Team Falcons.
I want to see damage from Malrine. I think that's like 8,000 damage coming out from him. Yeah, 7,000 damage. Insane. Like, he's Rolling Thunder, these swashbuckles from Aghanim Scepter. It does hurt, and that's gonna be Mega Creeps. No chrono for 30 seconds. 26,000 damage total.
I mean, WS has done about 16k. You're gonna add a few more to it now, but dying here to the 4 members of Falcons with no buyback available. He was just trying to hold them back to maybe allow his teammates to respawn.
I'm no expert, but I think they can call this one. Yeah, they can call it and start thinking about what went wrong in the draft. Try to fix it for the second game.
Philosopher's Stone still there. The Vindicator's axe in his backpack. Not swapping it in, needs the... Oh, there we go. Now he swaps it in. Resilience from Talon, though, as always.
Skeeter wants to jump.
He does. Finds the catch on the Crystal Maiden. Ponyo drifting away from a bit more of that damage. Skitter gets turned on here with a Freezing Field and a Static Link. In comes WS with a Chrono. Oh, Akashi, he's in on them. Snaking Skitter both dead. Massive hold here by Talon as the Viper's in trouble as well. Amar surrounded. Malrine is going to come in to try and help him up. Clean up. There's a ton of spell lifesteal and damage out of Amar. Gets a double kill and Joker falls. GG called.
That was a good chrono. Like, this was the best fight from Talon that we've seen in this 35-minute game. But yeah, Faceless Void just completely countered in the laning stage. Last pick Viper, he was less farmed than both supports on Falcons throughout the whole game, pretty much.
And it's gonna be that DK, and then they'll go for the Weaver, probably for Skeeter then.
Yeah. Say, like, this is again what Falcons do very well.
Probably thinking, hey, we're against these opponents that are incredibly good. You know, best team in the world or second best team. Whatever way we look at it, Falcons are incredible right now. So you want to try and beat expectations, and they nearly get it. Oh, they do actually get the kill on him. Jokam takes down Skitter. Great first blood there for Talon's offlane.
But they decided to steal it from Falcons because it would be a really good game for Falcons if they manage to grab the Zeus. Not enough lockdown for him if he can keep the distance. Oh, it connected on both of them. Early rotation from Crit.
Yeah, he's come down through the portal,
They'll get
right?
both of them.
The swarm on Jokam, the damage out of the poison. Gonna
Creep
toss
wave.
the Shadow Demon into the creep wave, but it looks like the Razor's the one getting run down by the Shikuchi. Skitter getting the important kill, the most important one, while snaking. Finds the Tiny in the jungle. The strength of Shadow Demon is kind of reminding me of the old days where we used to have, you know, Shadow Demon Axe Invoker on a team where you'd disrupt Call and Sunstrike, just find these global pickoffs very early on in the game. But Falcons with more aggression to the bottom lane, giving Skitter a better time here. Getting Crit involved yet again to take down WS. This Razor has already had a pretty rough time, and it's just getting worse. Working on that Maelstrom. Is it going to be straight up Gleipnir from the Weaver?
I think you get Maelstrom. You probably want to get a Dragonlance as well. It's not that bad.
Has time lapse. Can he use it? Oh, no.
And get it.
Great chain stuns there from Talon. And again, yeah, it's Jokam. It's this Tiny. Getting everything done while in the mid lane. Ponyo. He's coming here with some skellies, but Amara and Crit helping out Malrine to pick off that Enchantress.
It's very important that Tiny's having a game, and so far he's been pretty involved. If they can get another one, that'd be pretty big. I also wouldn't mind seeing him get the last hits. He's going to leave it to WS, but I would definitely KS that one.
My blink, bro! Give me that money. We also got, he's got like 1,000 saved up, but he's being bullied by Skitter currently. Weaver with another Shikuchi, but
he's to be careful.
Yeah, he's going to time lapse away with the Enchantress arriving, while top lane, the Doom and Sharpshooter will take down the Naga Siren. So aggression onto Skitter, but he survives thanks to that time lapse. Dusted though, and the jump in again from Jokam, getting on top of the Weaver, a huge one. Well, I cursed him a little bit there.
Yeah, you did. Phase boost, Veil, and then picked it up. So the faster you move, the more farm you can get around the map, and another good bushwhack.
Yeah, nice attempt to deny from Malrine, but good kill on the tower by Ponyo. I think he's happy to take that tower for his life. And a jump on the Naga top lane. Amar trying to go for a solo kill here, it looks like, but he's 1v3. Doom on Naga. Jokam going to give him the toss, and the damage from Tren here, forcing Amar back and potentially getting the kill. Yeah, no backup is arriving for the Doom. Crit and Malrine equally smoked out together with their blink on DK. Oh, they see the Naga Siren. Dragon Tail into Bushwhack. A fair amount of chain stun, and yeah, still no Song of the Siren, but Jokam's in with his blink reveal. Jumping right on the Dragon Knight, down to half HP, Malrine getting blasted by the Zeus and the Thunder God's Wrath. Ponyo unloading a bit of damage with the right clicks and a bit of shots to finish off the DK. Ponyo traded out for it, so a 2-for-1. I remember someone on the panel also saying, you know, this Weaver pick, we've talked about it, good against the Razor, decent in this game.
That was so long ago, I don't even remember it, but
I think it was Kezu.
Please remind me.
Maybe Jenkins, might have been T. Can struggle against the Zeus. Up at top, Amar going to use a defensive Doom, but caught as that TP was close to completing by the Thunderbolt of Tren. That Doom now, a fair number of deaths, but still top of the net worth as Amar.
It was Tren getting 400, and the rest of the team also getting some extra from it. WS. Ooh, Jokam, he's in again.
Another jump, this time on Snaking.
Hurricane.
The Hurricane. Snaking with a disruption, but in comes the Zeus to finish him off. Jokam still pretty tanky here. Skitter trying to follow through, and the Dragon Knight kind of edging forwards, looking for that blink stun initiation. Jokam going to get blasted down. Crit will pick up the killing spree for himself and remove the one from Tiny.
Oh, pretty action-packed game. Losing one, getting another kill on the other side, then continually trying to farm more, getting more kills. Tiny needs to be active. I love what Jokam's doing. Buying time until Naga Siren gets to her second item. Manta Style now finished. Usually, I would say 95% of the time you build into that Orchid for extra mana, extra attack speed, and having the solo kill threat, something to keep the... You can control the backline easily if you can find Shadow Demon right against Weaver pre-BKB.
And that's the thing, right? They all work together really nicely. The Enchantress can scout with creeps or her body. There's the Zeus with that global ulti to give the vision, which is just allowing Jokam here. This, dire range, or the Radiant Range creep, which was taken by Enchantress, scouts the Shadow Demon, so Jokam can get these jumps. And then with that lockdown and displacement, you've got the ability there to unlock the Zeus's potential. Straight down.
Just in case something happens, so that he has slot available immediately.
Through the Twin Gate and into Ponyo. Enchantress grabs a creep before inevitably dying here to the Doom. And Hoodwink. Oh, look, he's going to farm things up as well. Clear out the skeletons. Like you've been saying, this has all been space and time. Naga Siren and the Zeus, top of the net worth. A far cry from game one here. You know, Kashi was bottom 3, bottom 2 on his Faceless Void as a position 1. Now racing to the top and hitting his item timings perfectly. But I just want to come back to, you know, my thoughts and feelings about the Naga Siren, Lacoste.
Okay.
This is a super important timing, right? Man to Orchid, this is where you go get shit done, find kills, and you dominate the map.
Yeah, he's going for a bit of a different build than what we usually see on Naga Siren. Has Diffusal Blade in his inventory, maybe thinks that he will be playing these prolonged team fights, burning mana on all 3 cores from Falcons. Could be very efficient. Dragon Knight doesn't have that big of a mana pool, neither does Doom. But most of the time, you'll see Eternal Shroud, you'll see Heart, sometimes Scotty if it's necessary.
Oh,
Jump.
WS. Unfortunate here to be that first point of contact as the Falcons smoke breaks on the Razor. Ponyo, Rod of Atos caught up in the root, and Chantress down and out with no response from Talon here whatsoever. Falcons play so quickly as well as they look to dive tier 2. Skitter out poking and prodding. Talon are still smoked up as 3. Naga, Zeus, and Chantress. Let's see if they can latch on to maybe Skitter in this mid lane. They find the Shadow Demon. Tossing, snaking back into the Naga Siren. Skitter trying to get some good damage in onto Akashi, but the Song of the Siren will hit that big red reset button as the Razor the Tiny aiming for the Dragon Knight. Amara's in though. BKB up from WS. The DK getting zapped down. He's just destroyed. Traded out for the Razor at least, but Falcons on the run. They're in full retreat mode now.
Talon low on mana though.
Charging forward. Zeus, you're right, is out of mana. Naga Siren trying to catch up here with the help of Jokam onto the Amar Doom. Skitter turning, trying to get the damage back onto this Enchantress. Does get the kill. The takedown is there. 3 for 2 so far as Jokam TPing out under the noses of Falcons. We've finally broken out of the rhythm we were in as well, right? It was like 8 to 8, 9 to 9, 10 to 10, 11 to 11. Every time you said, you know, Falcons lose a hero, they get a kill in return. Now Falcons in the lead. 16 to 15, a slight 1k net worth lead, but potentially the balance will be restored. Amar getting tossed back in towards Chuen and Ponyo. 16-16, but here comes Falcons with that bonus kill. Zeus now in trouble as well. Crit and Malrine turn onto Chuen. WS arriving a little bit late here to the scene. Does get his BKB off and a staggering on Malrine. This is a lot of damage out of WS to finish off the DK. Skitter silenced up as well. The Naga arriving. Trying to get the takedown on him.
Timed.
Weaver tells Shikuchi away. Back to safety as Jokam returns with a massive jump in. Avalanche toss takes down the SD and Crit. Is that Song going to tag him? Great Gleipnir to hold them back, but Jokam still aiming for this move. Crit and Skitter just escaping barely with their lives, but a victory here from Talon nonetheless. Naga Siren always gives you that opportunity to not just accelerate your farm, getting into the outer rings of the jungle, but also cutting waves and making the map small for Falcons.
Big jump. That's the target.
The streak is going to get blown up here by the Zeus. Crit is down. 1,000 gold to Talon. Tiny in the midst of things though. WS trying to protect his buddy. Akashi turning onto Amar on the right-hand side of the fight and blowing up the Doom. Amar is down. Skitter will get away. Again, a bit of deja vu off to the northwestern side. Malrine might not have the same luxury though. Doesn't get tagged by the lightning bolt, so he's found a little bit of safety in behind the trees. And yeah, even though Amar had a pretty good laning stage, has definitely slipped behind. And that patch average of the BKB definitely shows it.
Didn't get much done in the last couple of fights.
Nice vision. Jokam, he can find the hoodwink. Oh, but hang on, that Gleipnir holds him back. Malrine breaks away from the static link, turns onto the Tiny, and the Doom is there onto the Zeus in the back lines. Akashi has to sing the song, try and buy time for the rest of the team to get away from the Doom, but look at Amar. He's going wild. He's unleashed the beast onto the Zeus, taking him down, and now the rest of the team can come and help him. Snaking with the bubble, saves the Doom, the turn on the Naga Siren brings Akashi down to the ground, and Chantra's in trouble as well, and Falcons pummel Talon, absolutely annihilate them.
It looks really good. Zeus scouted things out, almost a full static link.
Amar the Finder. Yeah, it's really a possibility right now. Gleipnir onto this Razor. Might have to BKB, a good amount of damage and control on the Weaver, pops the Aegis immediately. Sharpshooter's coming, trying to aim it in onto WS. They've lost Snaking, Crit nearly falls, but Amar and Skit are going to work in the actual fight proper, killing off the Razor. Jokam, Ponyo, Akashi is now turning tail and running, but the Gleipnir once again cuts them off, holds them in place to find the 2 support kills that the Falcons will gladly take. Now it's just Razor and Naga against the world.
And Crit is zoning with these Bushwhacks, with these Gleipnirs. Looking at the buyback status, they don't have any buybacks from the 3 heroes that they just killed. So 30 seconds without 3 heroes, this could mean two sides probably.
And this is the difference between elimination and playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, Talon, they've got
they
the
need to get the dub here somehow.
Some kind of miracle needed. Because it looks like this is a one-way street for the Falcons to take the victory now. 13k ahead, a couple of racks to the good. Team Falcons. There's a tier 2 standing top, so they can't go for the full megas or anything like that. But Skitter will get himself down to low ground. Look at this Tiny. Crit gonna scurry away, but blasted by the Zeus. Good pick by Chuen. Akashi, though, the one in trouble. Naga down with buyback available. Might have to come back into the fight because WS is in serious trouble. Draining damage from Amar, but Malrine stands his ground and takes him down. The Doom and 2 supports and Falcons are gone, but Skitter and Malrine offer a lot of damage and still stay reasonably tanky. Tiny out for 50, and Chuen gonna have to try and heavenly jump back to Mount Olympus.
Malrine is zoning.
This is not where you belong, Zeus. No matter how many family members you've got, looks like they're all dead at this point. The illusions of the Dragon Knight will kill him off, and he's dead for 70 now.
Buyback only available on Naga Siren. He might need to use it because this is going to be mega creeps, and Enchantress can't hold on her own. Malrine immediately going to the top lane.
Geminate attack. Talon. A smoke from Talon. Akashi scouted by these DK illusions. WS Ponyo out of the smoke as well as they go for the tier 3 chip with those illusions once again.
Tiny's
Thundergod's
in.
Wrath. Tiny jumps in. They got the vision, the toss back. Snaking. Getting destroyed by the magic damage. Buys time though with that disruption. And Jokam's dead to Skitter already. BKB's up for the Weaver now. The Bushwhack onto the 2 in the back. The Zeus and the Enchantress caught up in the climb there. Serious problems for Talon now. Akashi
He's gonna
pops the
TP out
song,
right in
but
front of them.
He's just gonna die, is he? Trying to TP out with the Song of the Siren going. Doom is still on the Zeus, I believe, and Malrine picks up the kill on the Naga. No chance left now. Zeus has buyback. Naga does not. Another pick off here.
Oh, that's a big one if they can get him.
Crit. The little squirrel taken down by the raise from the Tiny, but Malrine and Skitter on their tails once more. Dragon Knight and Weaver Shikuching forward to take down Tiny, forcing buyback out of Chuen. Another situation though where, you know, Talon are 2v3 and this Dragon Knight can just keep chipping away at that tier 3.
It's time to go in and try to end the game. Malrine is just unstoppable. They can't kill him. These Force Staffs, these Gleipnirs, keeping them in place and building damage. Skeeter actually dealing more damage than Dragon Knight. Well, not anymore. See you later, nerd.
Oh, little by little, here he comes. Get a bit more damage in there, shall we? And is that building damage on Talon very, very low?
Yeah, it's none. It's almost non-existent.
Well, here we go. Ponyo gonna have to sacrifice himself to save WS and Chuen. And again, we're down to Razor and Zeus. The 2 Lightning Boys. Game 2, Electric Boogaloo. Not going well for Talon here, unfortunately, though. Let's see what the lads can do. Nagastar alive in a couple of seconds, but Malrine already back in onto Chuen. Heavenly Jump will put him into danger once more as Amar will go straight in for the Doom on the Razor. Snaking will be the casualty of war here for Falcons as they take down every member of Talon. Malrine, Amar and Skitter, far too tanky, tons of damage, shredding through WS, Akashi and the boys. The smiley faces and the GG called. Talon tap out and unfortunately are out of ESL 1 Birmingham.
Yeah, they had a much better showing in this second game, but Falcons too strong of a team. Like all it takes is one big fight. That fight where they find a good initiation, they doom Zeus, taking out most of the damage that's going to come out from Talon. Amar finds him with his Shiva's guard, and after that, the game looked very one-sided. Critman, what a player.